So good morning one and all present here. This is Pankaj Moria, leader of Null Chandigarh chapter. So I really appreciate your interest and time to learn something new even on weekends. So before starting the session, I would like to give a quick introduction about Null chapter so that the people who are new can get a better understanding what this is, what activities we exactly do here. So, this chapter has been introduced with a vision of engaging the InfoSec and AppSec security community in Chandigarh at all levels of maturity and experience, engaging the general public and software coders through programs like Mission Secure Chandigarh. So, it's a mission to secure Chandigarh, which was introduced by our former leader Shastri Tumuluru to make safe online and to be safe online. When I talk about to be safe online, then it means to spread awareness among people regarding cyber threats, cyber security. When I talk about to make safe online, then developing secure codes or softwares. Then comes OWASP, Open Web Application Security Project. It's a not-for-profit charitable organization focused on improving the security of software. It has a motto: be the thriving global community that derives visibility and evolution in the safety and security of the world software. Principles: it has principles which is free and open, abide by code of ethics, not for profit, not driven by commercial interest, and risk-based approach. Then comes the Null, the open security community. It's again a registered not-profit society spreading information security awareness. In Null, we have different activities like Null monthly meetups, Null Hamla, Null Bachao, Null Pulia, and also there is a portal for job also. I'll discuss about them. So when I talk about Bachao, Hamla, and Pulia, so these are three words which are Hindi words, and Bachao means to prevent, Hamla means to attack, and Pulia means a short bridge. In Bachao, we talk, so Bachao is like a workshop theme where we talk about defensive skills of security. In Hamla, we talk about offensive skills of security. When I talk about offensive skills of security, then offending, preventing the things. Then we have jobs. It's a portal where you can go, and if you're looking for a job, then you can go and look for the jobs. If you are a student, you can also look for the internships. Then we have the Null meetup, which are the regular meetups like today's, where we discuss and share information about various topics. So today's agenda is news bites. So when we normally go offline and do our meetups, then we first start with the news bites so that the people, whether the attendee or the speaker, have something new to share, then they can share. So due to some time limitations, we are gonna skip this. Then we have the main agenda, OSINT, the Hacker Arsenal by Shreya. At the end, I'll share a form with feedback and discussion so that whatever feedback you have for our first online session, you can share, and some discussions about the next meetup. So stay informed. I have also shared this mailing list, meetup link, and null.co.in the description, so you can go if you want to check the mailing list or join the mailing list. And then we have our contact us, where if you want to contact us, then you can contact Raman, Vihor, Pankaj, and Shubham. Again, these all details are shared in the description. So let me invite Shreya for her session.
Thank you so much, Pankaj. So, hey, this is Shreya Pohekar from Null Bhopal chapter. So, without wasting much time, I'll just get to my slides. Okay, so my slides are visible, Pankaj?
Yeah, visible.
Okay, fine. So let's get started. So the topic for today is OSINT, the Hacker Arsenal by Shreya Pohekar. So about me, as I already told, I'm a Null Bhopal chapter lead, RHCSS certified, a blogger at iotmyway.wordpress.com, and you can follow me on Twitter at Shreya Pohekar. So the objective of this session, why I am doing this session is what to search on internet, how to search on internet, and where exactly to search on internet. So that is whole that I'll be covering in this session. And overview, what I'll be covering was it, what is OSINT, why OSINT, how to stay anonymous while performing OSINT, then different spaces in internet where you can perform your OSINT searches, then different searching techniques, then some of the amazing sites that I explored while studying about OSINT, and social media intelligence and tools in OSINT. So the first slide, very first slide, where it's data versus information. This is something very common, but let me just explain with this figure. So here is something, means so much data, means I cannot figure it out that what exactly is in this rack, means there is a huge amount of data, means this data particularly don't make any sense. So all the raw facts and figure that we call is data. And if I filter out something out of this image, that is, if I want something related to sports, or I need a sports shoe, so that will be information to me. So information is useful or filtered data. Okay, so in next slide, we've got information gathering types. So we've got three, in which two are most popular. That is the passive and the active. And the semi-passive is way between two. So what we'll be doing in this whole session will be passive searching, because OSINT is collecting information from publicly available sources. So what's the benefit of passive information gathering type is that you do not, the victim does not gets to know that he is being stalked or someone is gaining information about it. Whereas in active information gathering type, you intrude into the network of the victim, or one easy example maybe that you get to somehow know the username password of the Facebook of a victim. So you are just logging in into his account and gaining information. Okay, so that is an example of active gathering type, and passive is like using search engines for publicly available information. So the next slide, exactly what is OSINT? OSINT is open source intelligence. So it's the data that is being collected from various publicly available sources, and these sources can be both online as well as offline. So online is obviously internet, and offline can be your newspapers, magazines, journals, etc. But as of now, means with the advent of internet, we know that all the data is available online. So OSINT we mainly considered as something related to internet. So here I have taken an example of OSINT, that is text evader detection. So that is something in which OSINT is used in real life scenarios, means organizations retrieve precise and contextual information from big data about the behavior and lifestyle of a person, means, or anyone they are stalking. And through these searches, they can get to know if the person is actually hiding its income or not. So in that way, the organization gets to know that okay, he was evading, means he was not paying his tax. So that's one the real life example of where OSINT is used. So yes, you just need a computer and an internet connection, and yes, searching skills. Because if you all might not know that the search engine have various searching algorithms through which they index the websites. So you need to be very specific with what keyword you are typing in. Like when I was searching for this image, I just wrote in scattered objects, and it gave me results that were related to something physics. So means I was not specific with my keyword, so it didn't give me exact results. But when I typed in scattered things, So that was something relatable, which I could have been used in my slides. So there's the image. So just an example that you need to be very specific with your words that you are using while searching. Okay. Yes, a note that leaked documents that are publicly available do not come under OSINT. So that's something illegal because they were either copyrighted or something, and you are just distributing publicly. So why do we need OSINT? Corporation use OSINT to investigate new markets, monitor competitors' activity, predict anything that can affect their current operation and future growth. So that's something self-explanatory. And yes, it's used by hackers and penetration testers to gain intelligence about specific targets online. So your OSINT searches can be related to either a person or organization or any domain, something like that. Anything.
Hello.
Hello?
Shreya, can you make the PPT full screen?
Okay, yes, fine. Actually, I didn't make that because I need to again and again search on Google. That's why.
Yeah, I could understand.
So it wasn't clear that there.
No, no. So I got two comments that to make the screen, the PPT screen full.
Okay, I'll just escape while doing searches. Okay, fine. So, staying safe while performing OSINT. So, why you need to be safe while performing OSINT is like whenever you are performing any search regarding any target, so you just need every possible information that's present on the internet. But while doing also stuff, you may end up clicking on a link that is malicious or that may end up breaching your privacy. So for that reason, you need to be safe and anonymous while performing all these searches. So here are a few steps that you should always follow. So first is you should check your browser settings if they are not making any kind of history or not tracking you. So one such browser you can use is like DuckDuckGo. Then you can go for paid VPNs, not the free ones, because they provide you more security. And you should particularly buy VPNs that are Switzerland based because they have the best privacy policies. And you can use proxy servers, and for complete anonymity, you can use Tor. I'll be explaining the working of Tor in one of the slides. Then you can use Tails OS. This OS is particularly meant for performing OSINT searches because this particular operating system has got some of the features like all the network of it goes through the Tor browser, and some other features include that you can send encrypted mails through it, and user files are deleted on shutdown of this OS. So that's something very good about this. And the next one is the most important. Everyone should follow this. Virtualization to protect a host machine from malwares means there may be cases that yes, you end up clicking on some link that install malware. So if you are in a virtual environment, you can just delete that virtual machine and perform all your searches again by creating a new one. So that's very obvious and everyone should do it. Means all the 5 phases of penetration testing should be done in a virtualized environment. And then you should use a false identity to register on some websites. Like some of the website may want you to give your details in order to use their features. So you can use false identity. And I found a site that was fake name generator. Awesome one. Means you can just type in the name set and country and generate a random name, and not just name, it just generates everything for you. And if they are not verifying you, this is something like say username, password, everything they are given. So just use it. It's awesome. Really. Okay. So next, how Tor works. Sorry. See, in Tor, there are various computers that act as nodes, and all the data as well as the IP goes in the encrypted form. So from Elise to this first relay, all the things are encrypted, and this node decrypts a part of the data, and it identifies that the next node will be this computer. So all the data is encrypted partially, and then the final data to the server, means to whom we are sending the data, goes unencrypted. So this Bob gets to know that the address from which all the data is coming is this node, but exactly the data was coming from this node. So this is how we achieve anonymity by hiding our IP address through Tor. So space is an internet where you can perform all your OSINT searches. So the first one is the surface web, that is the 4% of the internet that we use, and the rest 96% is the deep web. So surface web contains all the sites, all the content that is being indexed by the search engine. Means if you'll type in something, you will get some result. But for contents of deep web, if you type in something on the search engine, you won't get any relevant results. Why? Because these content were not indexed by the search engine. For example, if you have got contents like Netflix content, so you need to first have the subscription of Netflix, then only you'll be able to access the content, or any content that is password protected. For that also, you first need to know the password, then only you'll be able to access the content. So that comes under deep web, okay, because it's not being indexed by the search engine. And the dark web is a part of deep web where you should probably not perform any kind of search, because everything here is pirated. Piracy is like, and yes, you can perform deep web and surface web can be accessed by normal browsers like Chrome or Firefox. But to access the content of dark web, you need to have special browsers like Tor, the Onion router, and the sites are also the Onion sites that are accessed through Tor. Okay, next. Right keyword is the key to success. As I showed previously in that image, you need to be very, very specific with your keywords in order to get the relevant results. So here are some symbols that you can use while performing your searches, like hashtag and any word followed by it can give you all the keywords, hashtags. Like it will search you the hashtag from Twitter, Instagram, and will load the results. And a keyword within double quotes will specifically search for keyword in all the websites. Then keyword or word is either searching for keyword or word. Okay. And keyword hyphen any word means it will include keyword, but it will not include this, means anything you write here after hyphen. See, I'm not giving any kind of demo for this because it's in slide and you can perform it by your own, means nothing very complicated in that. So next is the earthquake 1998-2000, means that it will give you information regarding earthquakes that happened between 1998 to 2000. And then this is something like computer forensics in government sites. So it will search for computer forensics in all the government sites. Then last one is all in URL OSINT intelligence, means all the search results will contain this word. Maybe not in order, but it will contain these two words. Okay, so I have just taken a few, but there are many more. So it's just how to be specific with what you want. Just this, the major motive of presenting this slide was. Okay, so useful sites you might not know. So these were some of the amazing, means there are many, but these were some of the amazing. So First is the Google Exploit database. So this is probably the largest of Google, means it contains all the search strings that I covered in the previous slides, and you'll see. Oh, it has opened. Wait. It's a database that contains all such stuff. It means index of slash users. Means if you click on this, it's also called Google Doc. And if you click on this, it will give different results that were publicly available. So you can just click on any. And yes, there is a search option as well here where you can search according to your needs. And there are 309 pages in all, means a very big database. So means, see, here I found, means they have got the employers images online, means publicly available, means that was so epic, means all the information, means their photos were available, and you can like search for so many things. So means as of now I'm not attacking anyone, so this is not an information to me, but in case you are doing penetration testing, so everything is important. So this was Google hacking database. So the next is shodan.io. So this is again something very amazing. So it's the largest search engine for Internet of Things. So you can find all your IoT IPs out here. So if I search in for a router, see, I have an account here already. Means if you don't have an account here, you won't get much benefits. But you can just purchase it. Means you should purchase its membership in Black Friday sale because the cost goes down. Means it cost around, I guess, 350 something. So it's very cheap in the Black Friday sale. So you can purchase that membership, and it's a lifetime membership. And see, if I click on any IP, and see, it gives every information, means we do not need to do any kind of port search as well. It's just giving what all ports are available and what services are running on them, and every information, public information about that service, CVEs for that particular service, all are available in a go. Means that is something means what we do for IP or domain is like we just need to find these kind of information only, and it just gives in a one page. And yes, one thing more, view raw data. This is also a very good feature, means everything in a tabular form, and you can download these reports and do your analysis. So this is something very good. And see, I do not have SSH open. See, 22 is for SSH, and if I actually do a SSH on this, means I don't know the password, so I won't be able to break. But if it is a device that is using default password, then you will be able to crack it very easily and even control it. So any password won't work here. So I was just doing random. So it won't work, but you can do this as well. And one more site that I found, it was like open cameras, CCTV cameras. So this site has got open camera, and I have another link. This. means live camera. You can just see the live stream, and not it was for, I guess, a webcam from Airlie Beach, Queensland, Australia. So I just found out this, and there are many open webcams available. So you can look out here. Good stuff. Means after, if you get to know the password for SSH, you'll be able to see the, you may be able to see the camera, but they are just providing you, means all the publicly available CCTV cameras. So that was something very amazing. And this is not related to what we are studying now, but still it was a good site, so you must know it. Search code. So it searches from all the platforms, namely these: GitHub, Bitbucket, Google Code, Codeplex, SourceForge, Fedora Project, and there are many more. So means you can just type in a code snippet. You can get to know how exactly to use a function. So for all the developers, this may be the best site, I guess. So the next is the global FTP search engine. It's like all the publicly available FTP search engines are present here. So, as of we are not doing any kind of, I just search in anything. So it will give all the search results of the FTP servers that has this port in its URL. So you can just open it, and whatever you are searching for, you can just type in there. And yes, there's the download URL, and you can download it there. Then the next is the 10i. 10i is a search engine, reverse image search engine. So what it does is you can just upload the image, and it will give you every information that was present on the internet about that image. So I use this particular website search engine for one of the contest, and it was like image was given everywhere, and you just need to answer what it was. And I just uploaded every image here, and it was all working. So means just a use case where you can use this. Means you have an image and you don't know what's the source or what it is, so you can use that 10i reverse image. Then the Proton Mail is the mailing service that is Switzerland based, and it's the best in terms of security because it provides encrypted mailing service, so you can use that. It has got a paid version as well with a bit more features. You can use this because the server of this mailing service is all of them are present in Switzerland. So the Switzerland privacy policies are considered the best in the world. Therefore, this particular mailing service is best, means far better than Google Gmail. Have I been pawned? This you all might have heard. So this particular site is used to check if your email address account was breached in any of the largest breaches. Like they have listed some of the largest breaches. You can just search if your email was breached or not. So luckily mine isn't breached. And if I type in a random, so it just tell you that in what all sites your data was compromised, means email addresses and password was compromised in this case, and for all the particular companies for which your data was breached. Okay, so you can check it out for your email account. Okay, so these were sites, means there are many, but I selected few. And okay, so there is a term called social media intelligence as well. See, OSINT is something means all the internet, but we have got so many information in social media that this initiates a new word, social media intelligence. So any data that we are acquiring from social media is the social media intelligence, obviously. And I have covered a Facebook scan tool for social media intelligence and Twitter search string. This is also, I won't do any kind of demo because it's self-explanatory. Means you just need to log in into your Twitter account and just perform all these searches. So you'll get your desired results. Means it's just a way of how to think in order to gain your information. And one site that I found mm, was all my tweets. This was a good site because it just takes in the um, username as the input and gives all the related tweets, retweets, and replies. Like I'm using my handle only. So this is what all I have been engaged in just a one page. So it's like more means you just don't need to scroll every time and it's all in one page, so it may be helpful. So it's option to hide replies, hide retweets, so it's a good one. Okay, so the need for tools and OSINT. See, I just mentioned that information can be gathered through offline sources as well. But why we don't prefer is that the manual work for gathering information is very, very tiring. Means you'll have to search in like so many stuff and you'll have to do that manually. And internet through means the stuff that we did as of now, means in the previous slides, all of that was manual work. Means I was typing in again and again in order to get the information. But with the help of tools, we just automate every process, means the process of searching. So it covers every possible source of publicly available information on a target. Like manually we won't be able to like crawl through every website where we can get information, or we may skip any website also. But with tools it automates everything and means you can just do your work in a minutes. So and also tools help in better analyzing of the target and provides the feature of creating valuable reports. So the last two features are very, very important as for information gathering. So the next, okay, again, Email Hunter was a tool that is particularly used to find out the corporate email addresses for people. Like, I'll just. It's not free, but it's very awesome. Like, if I type in google.com, so it will fetch me 13,560 results of the email address of the people who are working in Google. Means there's a one disadvantage that people who have even left Google, you'll be getting information of those as well. But still, a good option means they just write in here their position as well, their name, and you can literally directly contact them. Means it's like most difficult stuff to get someone's email address, means corporate email address. And see, they have listed the sources as well, and mostly the sources are blogs that I found. So you can just gain information through these sources as well. So it was a good tool. So you can just type in here any domain name in order to get the information. So this information is only from the publicly available sources. Means there may be email addresses that are not listed here because they were not publicly available. So they were not. Okay. So you can check it out at hunter.io. This was the site. And the next is Facebook scan tool. So this is again a automated tool, means it just gives you classified information. Okay, so you just need to give your profile name here. So I'll take for Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, sorry, Facebook. So I guess Zuck is its profile name. Okay, so what it does, it instead of scrolling through his whole timeline, you can just see a classified results like photos by Mark, then places visited. Means if you want to have a detailed information about any of the profile, you can just type in the username here, and as a note, only the publicly available information will be visible in this classified tool. Means if like I search any random person and he's not in my friend list, then I'll be only able to see something that he made public, okay, not anything else. So obviously you don't search for random persons, you just search for people who are in your friend list, right? Stalking. Okay, so stories commented, you can check it out. Okay, he went to Kolkata. Cowie, wow, what a name. Hamilton, Manhattan, and blah blah blah, so many places. Okay, so that's how you can stalk in a much classified way. So that was Facebook scan tool. Similarly, we have got for LinkedIn and all, and you can search it for on an internet. Okay, so now gathering information about domains. So what we were doing as of now was something related to people mostly. So now if we want to do something about the domain that we especially do in penetration testing, so we've got different tools through which we can achieve this. So the very first is Whois. So Whois, we have got a website as well, but we have got a tool already present in Kali Linux as well. So it just look for domain registration information and gives information about DNS server. So I'll just perform a quick search. If I type in who is google.com, oh god, so much time. Okay. So it gave me the same, it will work on a website as well. Same results you'll get there. Okay. So here it gave me the registrar information as well, where to contact in case of any abuse, and name servers it provides, and a bit of notice that what you should do, what you should not, and registrar URL, who is server. Okay, basic information about a domain. So the next tool, why do I erase my slide? Next is hostexample.com. So if I want to find out the IP of whatever I'm typing here, like example.com, so it just gives me the IP address of the domain name. So one command is host and other is just you can simply ping google.com. So it will give you the IP address of Google, that is 172.217. Okay, and the other command was host hyphen a google.com, and it gave the IPv4 address and the IPv6 address. Okay, so you can ping this as well. Ping 6, ping 6 only, I guess. Oh, ping 6 is not a command, I guess. I don't know why it's not working. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Okay, so next is DNS enum. It's a DNS enumeration tool. So what is DNS is, it helps us resolve domain name into IP address and vice versa. So we are able to enumerate all the DNS that is present for a domain. So we've got a command for it. Just a second. Just simple commands, and you can go through the man page in order to do specific searching. So DNS enum to google.com only everywhere, and it just gives all the results, like again classified that host address was this, name server, mail servers. Okay. Zone transfer can also be done through this. Okay, so till it's done, the next tool is Hack3rs. So this is again another DNS enumeration tool, and it finds all the IP addresses and host name of the target. So what I found in all these tools was, like, all means using different tools give different results. Means some tools give less results while the other gives more result for same search. So it's probably recommended to use all the tools that are available because it makes a difference. Then I've been dnsexample.com. So I've been DNS google.com and I've been threads 3. And I'll just run the command for the next as well. That is Dimitri, deep magic information gathering tool. It is like whatever tools that we have just seen, it's the collection of everything. Okay, so just all in one tool. So I'll just run it in a different tab. And both these tools give different results. Means it will check for all the DNS record, and this will also be checking for different records, and it will give, I guess it gave less results and this give more results. So that's where the difference lies. Means they are, I don't know what searching algorithm that they use, but they too gave different results. So you should go with every tool that is available. So it's just giving, you can just, like, you get to know all the subdomains that are available for a domain, and you can do your specific searches there. and you can find out specific vulnerabilities for those. So it takes time. So if you have any doubts, you can post in the comment section and I'll answer them there. Any of your doubts or queries about OSINT. So it takes a lot of time. Seriously.
So we already have two or three questions, so you can take them after your session, okay?
Okay, fine. Oh, was my speed all right? Means am
Uh,
I going?
for me, it is fine. I can see the comments.
No, if people want me to go slow, then I can go slow. Means in a non-interactive session, I don't get to know means how's the speed. That's why.
That I can understand. Well, I'm not getting anything in comment, so I think it's fine.
Means they can just play back again if they have any doubt.
Yeah,
Till then, I can cover up the sites that I just DuckDuckGo. This is a good site. So this means not related to this topic, but a good site.
yeah. So the speed is fine. I got three comments. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So you can just type in any word and you get a huge number of synonyms, means alternative words that you can use. So it's a good thesaurus and freely available. So a must visit website, means just OSINT, nothing else. Then Zuma was one such. It's somewhat related to Shodan only. You can visit there. And this is also a like username is available or not. You can check it out here. Means it covers how many sites? I guess it was written. Yes, 300 popular social media sites it covers. You can search for the username, that whether username is available or not. And one another check username. Heightstove. This is a good VPN service. DNS leak test. Like, so this is done. And see here we got 45 possible subdomains for the myth3 and it is still counting. And see there are so many. So I don't know what algorithms they use in order to find this, but they give different results. So you should use all of them. See, so Shreya Pohekar is almost everywhere available. And if you want to search for any person, you cannot just type in the name. Like in my case, it works. We just writing in Shreya Pohekar because like no one else is present with the same name as mine and see, you can see here this as well. So not for everyone this thing works, that Google indexes your things. So for that, you need to use tools. Um, okay, it will go on. I'll tell you afterwards this. So the next, yes, there is one another tool as well, the harvester. That was also something similar to Dimitri only, but again, good one. So you can just type in the harvester and it will tell you how to use the tool. Yeah. Shit. I just closed that. Oh no. No, here it is. So you can just type in the harvester and -d for the domain name tool.com and -b for what platform you are searching in. Like if I do a LinkedIn, they are so it provides you with all these platforms: Bing, Google, Google Profiles, LinkedIn, Shodan, Yandex, People123, Jigsaw. So you can type in, see, after running this command means it searched over LinkedIn all the users that were related to this domain. So you got all the users. See, Gaurav Khurana, he's SEO master, and so many names. Country Director Sales India, Google Advisor. So in a go, you can find just all the LinkedIn users. And similarly, you can do a Google. What it gives. You can do a Bing. And much more, means all the options that are present. Means LinkedIn was particularly good one. So this is done. See, it found 142 entries and this found only 47, 45. So much larger difference. So I don't know why it happened, but yes, that's how the tools work. So means Fierce was good in DNS resolution. So the tools for that we can use for domain intelligence, and then the next is the next is the Datasploit. So this is the framework for performing OSINT searches. So like whatever we did here, all the stuff in these slides, it's all combined in just one framework, and all the scripts are written through which means you just need to run the scripts and all your work is done. Means all these tools are scripted in this framework. So I'll just visit Datasploit and it's like, see, various Python scripts are there and this is the documentation from where you can install Datasploit in a Linux machine. So what is Datasploit? Tool background, and here's the setting up of the environment. And just you need to pip install Datasploit, then Datasploit config, then import Datasploit. And if you want to use that as a standalone tool, you need to just perform these 5 steps and you will get your tool working. And one more thing. Okay. So here I'll not open the config test.py because it has all the API keys and the valuable information through which we can access all the like tools that are present in this framework. So I just made a clone config test.py. So here you can see all the platforms that are available here. So Shodan API means you just need to paste in your Shodan API key that you'll only get after the registration. Then the Bing API and so many. LinkedIn API, then Jigsaw, then Google CSE key. So many are there. Means whatever key you paste here, only Python script for that will work. That is so obvious. So just exit and see they have given you certain folders, means like docs, domains, email, report, and username, and have given a Python script for that, like domain OSINT, then email OSINT, then IP OSINT, then username OSINT. So what is this is if you go into that particular folder or directory, you'll get specific Python scripts. Like you want to perform some specific scan, then you can use this. Or if you want to check on whole domain, means to a whole domain analysis, you can just run this. Means it has got a combination of all these scripts and you can just do a Python and domain OSINT, type in a domain, and it won't give, see, this may not harvest email address because I may not have pasted the API key for the same, so it won't give me many results. But yes, it will give some, like, okay, it harvested me some email addresses. So that was something automation, like I just did it. See, it gave so many errors because of the lack of API keys. Oh, sorry, that is WikiLeaks. But it will give error because I haven't pasted all the API keys there. So see, GitHub access token is not configured, so it didn't give me any results with this. So this will happen. So I'm just telling how to use the framework. So it's just all in one. It is like I have taken that email hunter tool from here only, means I didn't knew. But when I searched in the API keys, I got to know different platforms that which it's using. Like, okay, now I can open Swim. Census. So many, means you can just search individually these platforms and you can just Google more about it. All of them, means I don't know about all of them, but see, email hunter is this. So I got to know about email hunter from here. So it is taking so much time. So I'll just interrupt. And yes, you can perform individual scripting as well, like for EBCD IP, and I've got a showdown Python script. So if you have got an IP, you can perform a showdown search and it will give you the same results as you had seen on the website. So I'll just take an IP address from that, and all the IPs that are present on Showdown are all active IPs. Means if you ping them, everyone will give a response back. Just for testing purpose. The 67222. Okay, so here also we got one 1414. And you just need to paste here this, and it will search in Shodan and give you the same results as was here. So instead of going into different platforms, you can just perform all these steps on your single terminal. And it also helps creating reports, and also it's pretty good instead of using all the websites for the all the stuff for gaining intelligence. So that's all the same information it will give you. It's open port and all the services running on those ports and the basic information. Okay. So I'll just read it out. To perform various reckon techniques on companies, people, phone numbers, Bitcoin addresses, and aggregate all the raw data and give data in multiple formats. The supported formats are XML and JSON. Oh, sorry, HTML and JSON. Performs OSINT on a domain, email, username, phone, find out information from different sources, correlate and collaborate the results, and show them in a consolidated manner. And this is what is important. So tries to find out credentials, API keys, tokens, subdomains, domain history. So you just need to paste in the API key for everything, and all of these platforms that this particular framework uses, they'll all start working. And use specific script, launch automated OSINT for consolidated data. As I told that if you want a full domain analysis, then you can use domain OSINT.py. Otherwise, you can just go to the directory and perform these specific searches. Okay, then performs active scans on collected data and generates the HTML JSON reports along with the text files. So, and another similar framework that I found was OSINT Spy. So you can just go, means you can either refer this videos or you can just go to its GitHub, and it has same process of git clone and all, and you need to pip install, same procedure, almost same tool. So I didn't cover it here. And one more tool that I didn't cover because it's a very big topic. Maltego. It's basically used for report, means it's also all in one tool where you can perform all kind of searches, and it has a good feature of generating reports for everything that you do. So it has got transform, or keyword transform, that is like performing specific searches. So you can just Google about this tool. It's very, very awesome, but it was time consuming, so I didn't took it in this session. But as as a point of information, I'm just telling that it's a good tool. You should Google about it. So you just need to install these transform and then go here and create new transform and just do all your stuff. Means you can refer Google, it will help. And just, so that was the last slide. And the references that I used, means all the bookmarks that I have here. Can just take a look at this. These all are references only, but I have mentioned a few here. You can refer them. And this was a good one. Means yesterday I was, when starting, I got a blog from Manali Aurora as well. That was also a good one. So you can refer that. Just type in OSINT, search OSINT tools, OSINT methods, and you'll get all your answers. So, any questions? Okay, we had questions way back, but I didn't answer it. So, Pankaj, you can please tell me now. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Can you listen me? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Huh. So, questions, should I answer on YouTube
No.
only?
No. No. Okay. So let me read out. If you want, you can answer there. So
Okay.
the question is: is there any script for dark web OSINT?
Is there any script for?
Dark dark web OSINT. Like Abhinav used to code some Python codes for this, but like he was not able to get any success while doing like OSINT using the scripts.
Oh, dark web. See, if you're visiting dark web for Ozen, see, Ozen does not come for dark web. It's just for the deep web and the surface web. So it's somewhat illegal as well. That may be the reason you do not get any scripts for it. And as I searched for Ozen, I also didn't got any script that was like for dark web. So either you need to create it by your own.
That can be possible.
If you have got any answer, you can, means I didn't found any.
For me, it's really a new topic for information gathering.
Okay.
So, well, what's my feedback is that I like the data exploit part and the harvester, and especially the FB scan tool. I think that's really like helpful for people to find your own friends, and it's so easy. And that harvester part was good because, like you can find the details of all the usernames or the people who are present in the particular company.
Amazing. Literally.
That was really important.
So
And
if I get to know, means whoever question us this, if I get to know, I'll really tell you.
okay, so there's a hackman. This also may be useful. Any way to okay, there is another question from Abhinav. Any way to search phone number user information like name, location, or email?
Yes. See, for emails, we had data exploit framework only, and for phone numbers as well, we have have covered this.
So I used one small ago, and in
Okay.
that, like when you search for a particular target, like it's a domain or say a phone number only or an email ID. So
Hmm.
when you scan for that particular target, so anything related to that, any URL, any like site, any account which is connected to that particular email address or phone number will be like given in the Maltego interface. So I think you may get the name, location, or email using the Maltego, maybe. But I have like seen, I have used once.
I have not means included that site, but I knew one site and it's not present here also. I'll just look into the book and tell you. Means I had one site that was totally searching for phone numbers in order to gain information of the particular person. So I'll just search for it and post it on the comments. So
Hmm.
means we've got everything. Means you can refer this book. It was a good book if you can purchase. That's OSINT tools and methods, and that's yes, this means this book has got like over 500 links where you can search for specific information. Amazing book. Means so many sites it has. Means in this book only I found for like emails and phone numbers. I'll share with you.
You can share even on the chat also.
Yes,
Uh,
I'll do that. So,
okay, so guys, I know this was not an interactive session, but still, it was our first time. So
hmm,
share a feedback form so that you can share the feedback. Like so we know that we have to improve a lot, and we will do. So
yes,
thanks to Shreya for such a great session, and
thank you.
thanks to all attendees for making this a great one.
Yep.
Okay, so you can,
Please provide feedback. Was it a good session or not? I really want that.
yeah, we will share the feedback form. So we will
Yeah,
share with you on.
sure.
Okay, so you can stop the broadcast. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you.